Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Good morning to everybody. Today, the world has moved to online education. The online education had risen significantly. Many institutions had changed its education to online mode, and many universities like Oxford, MIT are giving many online courses. While these are online education are increasing, many students are facing crisis. They are not able to understand anything from online education, while other students can study because they have no interest in studying, but they are interested in other social medias. So we have to discuss about is online education is useful. So Suffa Media is presenting you a discussion on the topic online education pros and cons. Should we continue this online education in post-COVID era? Here I introduce Mr. Sanouf, the principal of Crescent English Medium School, and Mr. Abdullah, creator of Triz Learning app, and Mr. Habib, he is the school leader of the Crescent English Medium School, and a social worker, Mr. Shoaib Ayub. First of all, I am asking the principal of this school. As a principal, you have many experience in interacting students. So, in your opinion, is online education useful? Is students able to use this online education beneficially?
We all know that education method is one of the best education method is by human contact, which is stopped due to our COVID pandemic. It have so many advantages and disadvantages. It's mainly advanced for the top class students, and they can perform extra questions and study extra syllabus through online. But we all know that only one or two top students in a classroom. Most of them were average students. These average students mainly affect the COVID pandemic education by online. Average students only can study through the interaction of teacher and students. But through the online mode, they can able to study because there is no interaction between teacher and students.
Mr. Sanoop, I will come back to you. I would like to ask Mr. Abdullah, as a online educator, he said the average students are not able to study through the online education. So, are you sharing the same views, or you have any contradictions?
To online education, we can give visual representations of different ideas and concepts in this curriculum through videos. So the students can rewatch the videos and understand many times. If they have any problem to watch the classes, they can watch videos full of without losing any portions, and they can understand the classes and they can rewatch it.
So, Mr. Habib, Mr. Abdullah is saying that online education can give visual ideas of many concepts that are not able to give through offline education. Are you sharing the same views? So, because you are the one who is facing the education, not the teachers.
Yeah, maybe in my opinion, the online classes is very difficult for some students. It mostly affected to average students, and we know that in a class there is above average students and average students. Maybe the above average students continue the studying very well. Maybe it is in online or offline. But if we take the average students, they can continue the studies. They're facing the more problems in online studies.
Mr. Habib, I will come back to you. He is saying that only above average students can access online education, but average students and below average students are not able to access or understand videos or online education. Are you contradicting it?
I say that first, the visual education that can understand many of students that more than directly the class. Through visual, to eyes, we can achieve 70% of class ideas from visuals, and we must read, revise the class through those who are misunderstand the classes.
So, Mr. Abdullah, I will come back to you. Mr. Abdullah said that online education can give visual representation of many ununderstandable things in the classes. So, we can, if average students are trying, they can able to understand. I will come to Mr. Shoaib Ayub. As a social worker, what is your view in the topic?
In my opinion, many students facing network issues in the rural areas and other backward areas, and many students can afford access to online education and lack of accessibility, and some of them are the main public issues.
Uh, Shoaib Ayub said that the general people, common people, and poor people are facing inaccessibility to the network connections, and they are not able to afford the online education. But we can hope that government will solve the issue for us. As a teacher, what are you sharing the views of your students?
Teaching is not only the method that teach the subject which in book. We can also have to teach the students how to act good in social life, and able to understand the attitude of a students, so that through the online mode we can able to understand the attitude of each students.
Uh, Mr. Abdullah, you know that online education is often insulted, accused for its lack of interactions. Are you sharing the same views, or we know the Google classrooms and they are giving the choice for speaking of the students? What is your opinion?
Through online education, students can take different field of education, while that what they are interested. Only that not syllabus that in school.
So, Mr. Abdullah, it's time for our conclusion. Do you have any opinions?
Online education is now applicable, that some of the topper students in the class and some of the top students can interact with the extracurricular activities for, as well as they in their any platform and in any area, in any platform.
Mr. Shoaib Ayub, it's time for the conclusion. Online education has its own pros and cons. We have to use the advantages of online education to develop the world into the digital world. We can we can switch back to the offline mode. Along with it, we can continue the online mode to access different extracurricular activity. We can see next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.